Hey viewers, George here, and I'm here to do a George Talks on a little something special. This is obviously first impressions, because that's how it works around here. So, a lot of you probably are wondering, George, why don't you look at PC games? Why aren't you looking at things that we can put into our computers or our laptops? We know you have a laptop. It's right in frame. And actually, that's incidental. That's in frame. And I'm also talking on Wednesday, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it's always like, DLC this, download that, go and insert your disc into your PS3 Dreamcast system, Atari 66. So, for the reason being is because my sexy laptop back here does not run PC games at the best. I mean, I can play some games, but I mean, I can't play, like, all the big titles that are out there, like Minecraft. No, like, I played Minecraft on here, but it doesn't run at the optimum speed to play, like, online or something like that. That's why I'm usually default to using consoles. That's why I also have so many consoles. That's because I invest money into that stuff. So to sort of appease the appetite of those who want me to talk about PC game, and also to talk about an interesting but a really cool independent company, the phone will ring. No. Fucking answer. Okay, fine. Someone do something. So, to appease your peasiness of both worlds, I have two games here by a independent company called Sakura Rivers. I thought it was Sakura Interactive. It is. It's Sakura Rivers Interactive. And why I'm talking about these is because these can actually run on my computer, which is good. And I'm actually talking about two because this is a really cool company, and I don't want to split these into two parts because there's a reason, I think. So, this company is based in Canada, and I actually think they're either in Toronto or Mississauga, Ontario. I can't fucking remember. Someone could correct me if I'm correct. So, what they usually do is more narrative type games that are a mix of like a daily life sim, but they sort of remind me of those dating sims that they have over there in Japan. But they're not entirely dating sims, but they have elements of dating sims in them because they're a daily life sim. And what they usually do is they try to like take normal and make it abnormal in that sense. So, their first game that they did, Fading Hearts, which actually I fucking love. This game's awesome. Off the bat, this gets a 10 out of 10. No, if I was going to rate it, it's like 9.5 out of 10, but it's because it has a few technical flaws, but that's beside the point. Actually, I'll probably talk about them if I can remember them. Fading Hearts, which is obviously a daily sim. There's RPG battles in this, and shocking plot twists. Better there. Actually, I encountered one of the plot twists in this, and no, I'm not gonna spoil it. That's a terrible thing to do. And they're actually, you don't see them fucking coming at all. I will admit. Shocking plot twist, yes. I didn't expect the first one that I encountered. Or at least I think it's the first one. Maybe there was others I expected. One of the characters is secretly a cow. No, I'm kidding. That's stupid. Oh shit, that actually might be one. No, so, basically you play, it's his own back here. No, you play as a character who is just trying to sort of get through life, more or less, and he lives on his own, because that's how every fucking anime RPG thing works. The character lives on his own. He doesn't have a life. And I guess all the other kids live on their own too, because you never see any adults in this game, as far as I've played. And, you live in, I guess it must be like some sort of place just in the outskirts of Tokyo, but it's in Japan, or something like that. And in this place there is this forest that people report seeing monsters in, but there's like a guardian that's keeping everything safe. And that's where the RPG element takes place, is in this forest. You can, at any time you want, because it's whatever whatever you want to happen. It's your daily life sim. You can go into this forest and you can fight off monsters, and you'll obviously gain experience. You'll gain some magical abilities and whatnot. But it's not a wise idea because you could die rather easily, much like I did. So other things you can do is obviously you can go to school. You see your friends, and if you notice on the cover here, they got 2 females. These 2 females are your friends in the game. And this is where the dating sim proportion of it sort of like crawls in, is where you can sort of choose which character you want to sort of focus a little more on. Like, do you want the orange blonde hair one, or you want the purple haired one? And for various reasons, you'll choose which one. I forget which one I chose because I sort of forgot. I think it was more of a moral choice because one of them was like more of a mental state than over who's cuter. Or maybe it was personalities. I think I chose the blonde one. Let's go with that. I chose the one that was blonde because I think she's lonely. And basically throughout the game you're just trying to, get in a better relationship with whichever friends, well, all your friends are trying to be really cool with. You're restoring happiness, as it says here, which is weird. You're going to school, you have a job, so you want to do a little bit of that, but it's like a home job, and you get paid like money. You can buy stuff from in the stores and whatnot, like books that will, if you read enough or something like that, will give you various experiences. So like, you might read a book about how to fucking, I don't know, fix computer hacks or shit like that, and you'll be better at doing, preventing computer bugs. I don't know. Or like if you read mangas, you will eventually gain like magical abilities, because that's how it works. If you, hold on, I got a manga in here. If I were to read, ow, that hurt. If I were to read Bakuman 13, which I haven't, I will gain magic abilities. That, or I will know the secrets to making a good manga, whichever comes first. And that's how you gain most of your skills, and that's how you'll gain like some abilities to help you fight in the forest if you wish to. Because once again, you don't actually have to, and that's basically the game. There's like really nothing more to it than like you can do this, you can do that, you can go and do that. The game separates things into 4 parts of the day, if I recall correctly, and depending on what you do, it takes up so much of the day. I mean, like, you go to school, and that takes up, like, 2 parts of your day, or something like that. Leaving you to do something in the morning, the afternoon. Whatever. And stuff happens, and it's actually a lot of fun. Because it actually adds in a daily life sim, which works really well. It has, the narrative flow that works there. It's a very interesting story. You get a little more engaged. And it's a lot of fun. I can't stress this enough. This game is actually a whole lot of fun in one convenient package. I believe I got this for $10, if I'm not mistaken. You can just download off the site, or if you really want to, like I did, because I saw them at a convention, I bought it in pristine case value, because I am a guy for physical stuff. Look, I even got a disc with people on it. So yeah, I don't want to ruin too much, because I mean, a lot really does happen, and depending on who like you focus on, depends on, whatever's gonna fucking, like, you won't see half the shit that comes. I kid you not. I really kid you not. Like, they drop like little hints here and there, but I mean, it's not enough to like fill in a lot of the puzzle pieces, essentially, until like you actually go down that route and stuff happens. So like, maybe if you go in the forest, you might discover something that you didn't expect to see, or like if you start hanging out more with this character for a little bit or something like that, stuff happens. And I should also note that it's not just these two characters that you get to heavily interact with. There are other characters. There are other characters in the game. If I can recall, I know there's one person who, if I remember correctly, I hate saying that. It's like a reporter character that you can see at school, and she's actually really interesting. But you start to learn more about the characters, and actually, in some cases, you start feeling for some of these characters. I mean, I wish I could give examples, but I don't want to ruin it because that's where the fun lies in the game, is experiencing it. It's not like when you play Twisted Metal and you find out that freaking... oh, wait, I don't want to ruin that. Nah, whatever. That everything's in fucking Sweet Tooth's mind or some shit. Is that black? I think that's black. I don't know. Spoiler warning, too late. So, yeah, and there's like this other male character that you get to talk to. You have to solve conflicts between some of your friends. So like one of them might call like, oh no, she's having a problem with her person, her boyfriend, or her sister, or some shit. Giving random examples because I don't want to ruin it. And you choose whether or not you want to be involved. You have to choose whether some of the responses, and it is actually a really interesting game. And I was actually really surprised. I was just like, oh, yeah, that company looks interesting. I guess I'll try one of their games. And when I went to the convention that they were at, they were like forcing it on you. But I mean, if you stop by, they were so willing to talk about like their games. It's like unbelievable how passionate they were about it. And I don't even know if they fucking even worked on the game. I think they might have just been like, oh, we push the games, we sell them at people. Or maybe they did. I don't know the company. I wish I did, because they're actually really interesting. Neat thing about this is since this game came out actually in 2009, there's a lot of patches for this game. Actually, I think they just combined into one by now. So this game, if there's like any like difficulties or problems, they've probably fixed it by now. So like my complaints might be like invalid, because I've yet to really patch it up since I last played it. I feel so bad for talking about it since like that. But I think my only problem I have with this is something happened. I forget what the hell it was, but something happened, and now one of my save files I can't access, and I was like pretty far into the game. So that sort of pisses me off. I think it might have been because I put the patch in. So I should have put the patch in before. Why not? So maybe a forewarn. Do the patch first. Do the patch first. Okay. So that's that game. Second game. Hello, welcome to George's... No. Second game, I'm going to be a little quicker with this because I haven't really experienced too much of it because of the technical difficulties, and because this game actually only came out last year, so they haven't really been able to put out a patch that's as good as the one they have for this one. So this other game's called Infinite GameWorks Episode 0. They're not making an Episode 1. I don't know why they call it Episode 0. It actually baffles me, because I know there are other projects like you don't have to just save the world or something like that, which looks fucking awesome. Look into that. If their Kickstarter's still going or whatever. So Infinite GameWorks is basically, you play as a character named Justin, if I'm not mistaken, and you want to make a game. I'm pretty sure you're a programmer or something like that, or I might be completely wrong. It doesn't say here. So you know something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a programmer in this. So your character obviously lives on his own, like last one, and your main job is that you basically update sites and whatnot, and you like manage them, shit like that, and you get paid like a good amount. And like in the last one, you can read books and whatnot to enhance your abilities and skills. Unlike the last one, there's no RPG elements to this. It's just strictly like a daily life sim, but you get to make a game. As far as I know, because once again, I haven't really got far into this, because one of the interesting things about it is you meet these two characters, once again, displayed nicely on the front. One of them is an artist, and the other one is a musician. Wow, I didn't even know this was signed. Is the other one signed? Fuck, I'm pissed now. I wish this was signed. So, where was I? So what you have to do is, when you go to school, you want to try and befriend and really want to make these characters work on your game. So like you'll meet the artist character, and you really want her to feel like, yes, doing this is a good idea. I've seen your work. Yes. or you can completely like be like, fuck you, I can find something better. If you want, it's your choice. And same with the composer. And then what you do is you have to manage things. Let's see what we got here. Indie game management sim, like I just said. Develop components, manage inventory, and set advertising. Multiple endings, just like the last one, which I didn't say, but you can change the fucking ending on that. Multiple growthing path for your team members, meaning like you can have a relationship with one of them, or you can like be really, really good friends with the other one. It's that cool. Discover the story behind each member, just like the last one. Everyone has like this past and whatnot that like if you start like interacting with them, you get to know them much better. So like they could have like this huge troubled past that you would never know about unless you sort of press on it. And it's really interesting, and much like how this one was really fun and cool, this one is really fun and cool. My biggest problem though is the sound and the voices and whatnot don't really go anywhere or actually start up until like you finish, until like an hour into the game. Just like once you hit like this threshold and you've gone through like the first hour of the game, reading every damn piece of dialogue, fucking sounds just start. You hear music, you hear clicks and whatnot. It's like, okay, thanks. Where was this an hour ago? I wanted to hear stuff. And like even the main menu doesn't have any music, but the main menu in this one does, and it has sounds and everything. It's a polished game. This one feels like it's not entirely finished per se. There is a patch out there, but it didn't seem to do a whole lot. And I'm glad to say I'm not the only one who's complained a little bit about this problem. Because yeah, the music and the sounds eventually come in, but it's an hour into the game almost, and that's like, why should I have to go through that? Why isn't this already fixed? Why is there even that problem to begin with? Because like the first hour, there's not a whole lot of decision making, so it's not like, oh, we forgot to fix this branching off path. Whoops. It's a lot of the setting up stuff. Like, I mean, like you get to do some daily things like make money, spend a little bit and whatnot, but like story-wise and, you know, character growth-wise, it's, you know, set in place at that time. I should actually mention, these games will take a while, so don't expect it just to be like, I'm done, I played it for 5 hours, I beat the game. It's not going to be like that. It takes a lot longer. For me it is. So that's my only complaint about this one. In terms of, if you're like George, I have a problem. I can only buy one of them. One, okay, you don't have to be all weird with it, like I was. Two, if you're going to choose between them, I highly recommend trying Fading Hearts first, because actually, I find Fading Hearts has a little more to offer than Infinite GameWorks, but nevertheless, they're both really good. Just, at the moment, there's a few technical difficulties, and, you know, this game came out in 2009, so it's obviously a little more polished and updated, and actually this is even the physical copy, which means everything's happy about it. Everything's good about it, and, like, previous patches are fixed. Where this one only came out last year, so they're still trying to fix a few bugs here and there that people are finding, obviously. So, like I said, my technical complaints about it could already be fixed by the time you see this, or, you know, a couple months later. So, yeah, and just, you know, in general, if you love independent companies, this is probably one of my favorite independent companies, is Sakura River Entertainment. Not only are they Canadian, but they make really cool games that can actually run on my computer, which is a bonus for everyone. If it can run on my computer, it can run on your computer, as long as you're not running DOS only. In that case, you play Harry Halloween, or Halloween Harry, Alien Carnage, whatever the fuck Apogee called it. So yeah, really good games. Definitely check it out. Until next time, keep on gaming, and keep on playing some daily life sims.